couldn't even get that high. Never over. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your Blerd Girls, Triple F Queen Bola.
No tagline, Whitney.
And we are BlerdTalk with Bola and Whitney.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
So we're a little bit different today, you guys. We aren't in the usual studio. Well, y'all never seen us in the studio, so.
Yeah, that's true.
The sound is probably a little bit different. We decided to record in a different room because, thinking about filming our podcast, so the studio was a little small to get a good view and background on, so we thought we'd test it out here and see how it see how it sounds.
We're on the couch, y'all.
We're on the couch. We are on the couch.
Yeah. We're getting ASMR vibes.
The couch would give us like some really good, really good, I think, background.
We're getting comfy vibes as well.
We
comfy
are
vibes.
And plus, we watched the latest movie that we're going to be talking about today. We were watching it late, and I don't feel like being in the studio.
I don't feel like getting our asses up, basically. We lazy, y'all. We lazy today.
The couch is comfy.
Lazy lives today.
Nice and comfy. So we're like, let's try here. We'll see.
Anyway, so y'all know that this month is
Women's
History Month. And so in honor of that, we decided that we did want to watch one girl-centered, women-centered movie.
And when we say one, it's just that, we already had something else planned for the first episode of March, so we weren't necessarily going to push that.
Mm-hmm.
But we watch more than one women-led movie.
We do watch them, but we wanted to cover one this month because we did a couple of those last year, actually.
Yeah, we did actually. We did a number of them. So this is BlerdTalk with Bola and Whitney. We both women, so we got that covered every episode.
Yes. I am woman, I am fearless, I am sexy, I'm divine. I just love that song, y'all.
I take your I am woman and I raise you. Got it going on. Woman, it's all in me.
This is a new song I'm singing. She's going back to the old school.
Baby, I do it naturally.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa! It's because she don't know my song, y'all. She don't know my song.
I listened to it today based off of Bola's recommendation. I was like, okay, it's a good song, but I will raise that to the Whitney Houston "I'm Every Woman."
If you got it going on, if you got it, if you got it going on. Whoa. It's a battle, y'all. We battle the women's songs. This song is "I Am Woman" and hers is "I'm Every Woman."
Yeah.
Who are you gonna pick, y'all? Let's hear.
Come
seriously.
on, y'all. Classic Whitney Houston. Now,
come on, y'all. Let's go for these new folks.
Who's
new
really
school.
gonna come from
school
for classic Whitney Houston? Nobody.
We were battling for the best pentatonic song.
Give it what you need. Nobody.
Oh my gosh! Stop. Ain't no time for no key sweat. This is a women.
Baby.
No, this is a women's.
And the band keeps playing on.
This is a women's talk today. Let's keep Keith Sweat out of it. We were not battling, but we were like debating on what's the best pentatonic song too. And I was like, it's definitely Daft Punk. Their Daft Punk medley actually is just fire, and it's been my favorite pentatonic song.
But I converted her, y'all.
Yeah,
I converted her. For me,
I'm a captive audience again.
Punk, yeah, she was. The best Daft Punk song, not Daft Punk, the best pentatonic song is actually La La Latch. That song is such fire. The arrangement is just amazing.
And that's like the medley of Sam Smith and a couple DJs.
I won't let go of you.
What was the La 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 one again? How'd that one go?
You know what? I always forget which parts are actually la 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 and which parts are latch.
I'm trying to just remember how the la 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 part goes.
La 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 la.
I think we're not doing that right.
Lift my heart up, even when.
No, that's still the other song. That's latch.
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
No,
I don't think it started that way. If you got it going on. I'm Still giving my props to Emily.
I'm every woman. It's all in me.
I can read your thoughts right now. Every thought from A to Z.
Whoa, whoa,
I said Z.
whoa.
It's like I'm a bridge. I'm telling you, watching these movies get my accents coming out, y'all. I be trying. I be over here trying to be like Trevor Noah, because that man can do so many accents. I love him. Trevor, if you're listening ever, I pray you do. That would be awesome if you listen to our podcast. But just know I love you, and I think you're so talented.
I was actually, it's funny you're talking about Trevor Noah. I was thinking about, I was reading an article, and it was talking about how Reggae Jean Paul has been bumped from the #1 spot as far as who to consider for the next Bond.
Oh, who else are they considering now?
I forget who it said isn't the #1. This isn't like official or anything, but just like, I guess they're doing almost like...
They just mad because he's not in Bridgerton season 2, which is coming out next week, and I cannot wait.
But somebody else is on top, and he had been on top for like a long time as far as like, public...
I love Trevor, but he ain't gonna do no action film. Like, he's not. He would make a good one, though.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't saying that Trevor Noah was going to play Bond, but it just made me think about his like little
Team
sketch that he did
Team mixed.
about what's his name, who
Idris
was in
Elba.
Thor, and Idris Elba, and he was like, yeah, when people said that Idris Elba can't play Bond because of his skin, he was like, but then I thought about it. He's like all debonair and stuff, and then he runs, and then like they catch wind of him. He's like, there he is, and then he gets on the bus.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, he's like, they look all around in the marketplace. He puts something on, and they're like, they look around. There he is.
Yeah, because you can spot him. That's actually a good point.
And it's hilarious, actually.
That's a good point. We're going to have to find that clip. And Whitney, you're going to have to find that clip so we can put it in our show notes so they can laugh with us as they listen.
You know what? I'm wondering, did you ever check out that Twitter thread?
You know what? No. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to check it out after this. Okay. I promise you that.
All right. It's hilarious.
All right, so let's get into Blerd Out, y'all. Okay. Blerd Out. Bum, bum, blerd out. Bum, bum, bum. That's going to just be our little theme.
Oh, God.
We don't have another theme. We're just going to usurp. We're going to usurp Ludacris's song. We're like, we're taking this now. Statute of Limitations over because that song is old. I'm just joking. I don't even know.
That's not how this works. It's not how any of this works.
It doesn't work like that at all, y'all. Don't listen to me. All right, so what are you blurting out about, Whitney?
Let's see. There's actually probably been a few things. It's hard to keep up with them right now. So let me see. I'm actually really excited for Ms. Marvel because I saw the first trailer.
I watched the first episode today.
Episode?
Yeah.
It started?
Oh, wait. You know what I thought you said? You know what I thought you said? I thought you said Marvelous Miss Maisel. I don't know why I was thinking Miss Maisel. My bad. I'm really loving Marvelous Miss Maisel on Amazon Prime. Peep that, cop that, y'all. Anyway, back to what Whitney was saying.
Yeah.
Can we edit this out?
No, girl. I'm excited about the upcoming series Ms. Marvel.
I didn't see a trailer
that's going to be on Disney Plus. I saw it on YouTube, the trailer. We can check it out after we're done recording.
Okay.
But like, it looks like really fun and cute. Not like cute in like a, but just because the actress who's playing.
This is a TV series, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a TV series.
Okay, cool.
So I'm pretty excited about it because this is the very first trailer I've seen about it. Because I knew it was like I'd heard about it and stuff, but this is like the first time I've actually seen a trailer.
Okay,
so
can I ask you something, Whitney?
Yes.
I'm glad for the Miss Marvel because I hope you can show me one because I've never seen a trailer for it. However, there's 2 other superheroes or villains, I don't know, that's coming out, and they're kind of scary. Have you heard about the Moon Knight and Morbius? Have you seen those trailers? Okay, the Moon Knight I might be getting down with.
I actually have not seen the trailer for Moon Knight, but I've seen the trailer for Morbius, but the one that I saw was from years ago because it's been delayed for a while. It was supposed to come out a while ago.
It's scary to me. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel Morbius is not. Doesn't seem
creepy.
scary. It seems almost like an underworld type of thing.
I know, and I don't really like that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, and I want to be in canon, but I also am like, when I saw the trailer and the bats in his face, I was like, ooh. My little like creepy senses are tingling. I was just like, avoid. I want to because I like Jared Leto.
I really don't feel like
but
it's
I don't know
be that type of scary.
I just what I saw in the trailer, I'm like
a vampire movie, which to me don't watch tend those. To be like super scary.
The last vampire movie I watched was Twilight. And look how basic that was. Wasn't no blood sucking happening in that, really.
Speaking of, I'm also excited for The Batman.
Ah, yeah, that came out already.
Yeah, I've decided not to see it in theaters. I'm going to wait till it's streaming on HBO Max.
Because it's DC and I don't blame you.
No, I'm excited about it. It's just that I like to be able to digest it better. And when I can, rewatch and stuff without paying another, $15, then... No, I'm playing. The theater that we tend to like to go to is Cinema Cafe.
Watch it for $6.
And Cinema Cafe is awesome and affordable and a wonderful place to see movies.
That's RVA, y'all. Only place you can watch movies and get some fries and popcorn for under $20. Okay?
Yeah, y'all. Check out Cinema Cafe.
Also, I'm not going to lie. This is a shout out to Shaliqua because she told me about this. But the Cinebistro, if you go during the week, especially if you have a Friday free or whatever, you can watch a movie for $5. $5 and some change, and that's it. That's how I watched Spider-Man for the first time. I went to Cinebistro on a Friday and watched it, and it was only $5 for that movie. And I was so shocked. And the seats are super comfortable, but don't eat the food, y'all. Don't, because that mess is expensive. Not a lot of options, and the automatic gratuity.
You guys should go to Cinema Cafe, because their seats are super comfortable, and they're really affordable, and it's a really cool-looking theater. It
is. But I did like Cinebistro. I would go back. Just don't order food because 18% gratuity. Yo, they trying to kill some folks out here with these restaurants. Automatic gratuity, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what else you blurting out about?
I'm going to say that's kind of the main things that I'm blurting out about right now. I'm excited for what our next, we don't know if it's going to be our next episode or the episode that follows, but I'm excited for when we're going to have a blurred viewing of The Lost City.
Oh, yes. I'm excited about that.
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. I don't know how I forgot about this that I'm excited about. I am excited about Bridgerton Season 2.
Yes, let's talk about it. Because I'm not going to lie, I was among the initial boycotters of Bridgerton because I was like, my sexy's not going to be there. What's the point of watching it without my sexy? Reagan John Paul, come at me. Leave those white girls alone. Come get yourself a full-figured black girl, okay? Anyway, I'm just joking. Not really. But come find me. Anyway.
Wow.
I know, sorry. She knows I'm boy crazy. She knows already. Y'all know too, right? How many guys have I mentioned?
She's got a harem, y'all. She's got a male harem.
And I like it that way. I like it. Anyway, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to watch without him. There's no point. But then you have to look at it. The Bridgerton series is really about the Bridgerton family. And he's just one of the love interests for one of the Bridgerton children. And so I like the idea of each season being different because it's focusing on another one of the children. And I just like that idea. And then I saw some of the trailers and some of the people that are going to be on it. One of the girls named Simone from Sex Education. She plays Olivia in Sex Education, and I like that. I love that show, actually.
I love
and she's going to be in it, and then there's a bunch of stuff. They're going to keep the diversity up. And I just was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to watch. I
was going to watch anyway because it's a Shonda Rhimes show, and I'm like, Shonda always brings it, so I'm going to watch it. She's
trying to compete up in the British period pieces, and I like the way she turned it on its head, so I'm going to support. I'm going to watch. I'm not going to lie. I have it on my calendar.
I do as well. I'm super excited. You know what else? I just thought about another thing that I'm excited about. And is that this month or is it next month? I'm checking my calendar. I'm excited about season 3 of Black Lady Sketch Show.
Oh, do you know when that's coming out already?
I'm trying to check my calendar because I put it on. Y'all know I keep up with all these things. But that's coming out soon, within the next.
You know what? Speaking of Black Lady Sketch Show, our girl Quinta Brunson, who was on the first season, made her own TV show called Abbot Elementary, and I'm
saw a few episodes. It's hilarious.
That thing is so funny. I can't wait for them to come back. I was like, Quinta, you killed it. You killed it. It was like I just can't not watch anymore.
It is really funny. I haven't watched all of it, but I've seen a few episodes, and it was hilarious.
Girl, I rewatched some, and I was laughing my butt off, and I was just like, nah, I gotta keep watching this.
It is so funny.
And the funny thing is, it
her
just
boss,
reminds me.
The principal.
The principal was so crazy. y'all, like, you ever see a principal that don't do no work? Well, wait, some of y'all might have seen some. But my thing is, I love how, like, it reminds me of Office so bad. Like, so much of the first season of Office. I was like, oh, this new guy is Jim. Because he acts like Jim. He's looking at the camera all the time. And then she's like Pam, because she has a crappy boyfriend. And then she's like, really, oh, but this new teacher, he's nice. They have such chemistry ever since their sketch on Black Lady Sketch Show.
That's right.
Her and Tyler something. Oh, Lord. The guy from
Everybody
Hates Chris. He's all grown and sexy now, y'all.
Yeah, yes.
So they were on a sketch on Black Lady Sketch Show, and I was like,
they
have chemistry.
Shaking that bang.
Can we say the other word?
Okay,
we'll leave it. We'll just leave it. All right, so are you done with Blerding Out?
Oh, I was going to tell you, I found it. April 8th.
Okay, so
at
that's
11 p.m. is the premiere, the season premiere of Black Lady Sketch Show.
Oh, sweet, awesome. So,
and I saw it because, like, I saw it was on Twitter actually. It was actually a post by what's her name, Robin Thede. So she was posting about it, and I was like, "Oh snap! Black Lady Sketch Show is back!" And then of course I went and looked and deep dive to it.
I don't know if Quinta's gonna be part of it though, but
I know, but it was still funny.
It's still funny with the new people. Yeah, I like it. All right, so I'm blurting out about two things, y'all. Ooh. Two things. I mean, we blurred out about so many stuff.
Yeah, we did.
I've been reading some books, like the books one of them I didn't get at the book bar. Mm-hmm. If y'all know what we're talking about, go back to our last episode, and you'll know what the book bar is all about. But I'm happy that I was reading. I've been reading some of the books I bought by the Nigerian authors, so I love that. But I'm blurting out specifically about two things. One of them is, well, you know how Whitney's always talking about cartoons she likes, y'all? Well, this one is an old school cartoon.
Really, really just like unmature.
Oh my God!
Animated shows that Whitney likes.
I love animated. You know we will do a whole show about an animated movie, but I'm not gonna watch some Tentar World. Okay, I can't.
That's
it's too weird.
That's fine. But you got to watch the Mitchells versus the Machines, though.
I will check that one out.
Yeah,
because that's a movie. I could check that out. But for me, how many of y'all remember the Proud Family?
I remember the Proud Family.
Oh my God, I love the Proud, like old school Disney. Like, please, that's like nostalgia to my heart. I mean, I was just like, when they said they were bringing it back. So it's Proud Family, Prouder and Louder. Oh my gosh, you guys, this one I watched the season. Well, it's premiered already, so it's on Disney Plus. But I'm telling you, like this new iteration of it is amazing, so entertaining, so funny, and actually has like good heart and good story, good lesson. Because sometimes the kids nowadays they be watching some nasty, some crap. And I was just like, man, I like this because my nieces started watching this and they loved it. And I just continue, and it just gets funnier and funnier. And you got the same people coming back playing all the voices. In the episode that came out this Wednesday, Lizzo was in the episode, and it was awesome. And she was talking about, just empowering young girls, and the storylines are fun because you have the whole thing where it's like it's a cartoon, so there's some ridiculousness that's like out of the ordinary. But then there's just like it's like a black cartoon, so some of this stuff you just joking because you're like that's old black, like it's so great.
That reminds me, I need to go back and finish watching Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast.
What is that?
That was that show. Didn't I tell you about it? I think I showed you maybe a trailer. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original series animated show. Mm-hmm. It's got 2 seasons. I think it's done now. But it reminded me a little bit. Well, I don't know what it reminded me of, but it was really cool because the lead, she's like mixed, so she's part black and I think part Asian, because I think they showed her mother, and her mother looked like she was probably Asian, and her father is black. But she's like in this post-apocalyptic world with these like. Oh,
that's the cartoon you I think you showed me something about that.
Yeah, I did show you something about. Yeah. I really enjoy it. It's really good.
Anyway, back to the Proud Family.
Sorry,
y'all.
yeah. Okay. Just
back to the Proud Family, and just Whitney. It's hilarious. Like, I've never laughed so much watching a cartoon since I was like a kid or something. Because, well, not true. I watch a lot of animation, but this one is like cartoons. You know what I mean? And it's really good. I feel like it's a family one that all of you could enjoy, and it's just hilarious. Like, they got a bunch of new people in it. They even changed and revamped the song a little bit. Although I prefer the one done by Destiny Child and Solange, but I know they too famous now. They probably couldn't get them. Like, Disney was like, oh, they too rich for our blood. We can't be getting them, both of them on the track. Like, all of them to make too much money. So maybe that's why they got some unknown girl to actually redo the song. So I do skip the song because it was better back in the day. But it's so good. So I love it, y'all. Y'all need to go to Disney Plus. If you ever watched Proud Family back in the day, go check it out.
Speaking of Disney Plus. Oh, go ahead.
So my second blurt out has nothing to do with TV. All right. So I don't know about you, Whitney, but I like me some hot sauce. I love sauces.
I'm not actually a hot sauce person. I like sauces, but not hot sauce.
I know, but you have to be Nigerian.
I don't dislike it, but it's just not my...
Well, I'm Nigerian, so we love to eat spicy food. Like, I do love some spice. I don't like the scalding spice that singes my taste buds and leaves my tongue numb like my family do. But I like me some good hot sauces. Just something to dab on your chicken. You know what I mean? I just like a good sauce on something. You got something you want to eat, and you be like, this needs a pop of something. Get some sauce. Just any sauce. Okay. You know? So I love sauce, and so hot sauces are really, like, I watch Hot Ones, which is like an interview thing where people are interviewed while they eat spicy chicken wings, and they all have different sauces. And the Scoville levels goes up to high, from low to high, where like some of it's like burns your mouth like bad. Wow. I need to show you what Hot Ones is about. But I actually like this one because it's kind of excuse me, it's kind of relevant to what we're talking about. So I watched the Today Show sometime last week or so. And for Women's Month, they were doing products by women, just showcasing them, right? Okay. And I saw this hot sauce on here, and they were like, yeah, it's by this family from the Gullah region. These women...
Come and let's play together in the bright sunny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah. Binya Binya.
That's to see and to do there. All we need now is you there. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island.
Just take your foot in your hand. That means hurry up, don't miss the good things that we plan. So come and let's play together in the bright sunny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island. Gullah Gullah Island. Gullah Gullah Island. I'm so good. You see, me and her, we're so in sync. We should be calling ourselves in sync. Like, that's how we are. Anyway, but they're from the Gullah region, which, if you guys didn't know, is a real region in South Carolina. And actually, again, it's connected to that show, that documentary series about black food and where it came from, called High on the Hog. I've talked about it before, but these people are from the same region as what's in that documentary, and they made these sauces from scratch, and they have like these spice boxes. So I mean, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and I'm gonna support. They're black owned, female owned, and I was like, I'm gonna support. So I just like randomly was like, I'm gonna buy this. I want to try it. So the box comes with like a hot sauce mix, a mustard based barbecue sauce mix, and a spice mix, like a seasoned mix. So it's 3 in the one box. They do have mild. So if you're not somebody who can do spice, they do have mild. However, to me, I would consider the hot box mild. That's my taste because I can handle a little more spice. But I'm telling you, girl, I'm so glad I bought that box because I have never tasted really good hot sauce and barbecue sauce like this. And it's mustard based, so it's kind of tastes like honey mustard almost. But it's a mustard based barbecue sauce.
Interesting.
And that one's actually spicier than the hot sauce, if you can imagine. Yeah, the mustard sauce is spicier than the hot sauce, but I'm telling you, the flavor in it is good. It's spicy, but it doesn't like burn your tongue. It enhances the flavors that you. That's what I don't like when stuff is too hot, where all you get is heat and you don't get the flavor. I don't care too much for that as much. I want to be able to taste the flavor and the heat enhance it. And I just had to shout it out. And the brand is called Lillie's. And they have like cute little names for their stuff, like Hussy, Fit, and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool, y'all. Y'all can get this spice box mix and support them and support the Gullah region and the food and everything that they have there. And I just was like, y'all just go and support. I'm going to put a picture or something. I'm gonna put something out on our social media about them. But I really think y'all need to go and just get yourselves a box. Again, they do have mild. If y'all can't handle like hot, but I bought the hot box. And I was like, my sister nearly finished it. I told her she's going to have to buy another one because she's been eating it like crazy. I'm like, you going to buy me another one. She don't even care for the hot sauce. The hot sauce is good, y'all. It definitely tastes better than Texas Pete, okay? It does. But, yeah, I had to shout them out. Lillie's, y'all are doing some great things. I'm going to support and keep buying because that sauce is heavenly. I mean, if I made you some chicken, Whitney, girl, this slap your mama good, and I would never slap my mama. Those are the two things I'm blurting out about this week, y'all. This week.
All right, girl.
All right. So, like we said, it is Women's History Month, so we decided to watch.
Sorry, I forgot one thing.
What happened?
I gotta mention it. So, you guys, the Netflix Marvel shows have moved over to Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah. And Disney Plus did something new
as of March 16th. What do you mean they've done something new?
Like now, it's like when you log in, you have to adjust your channel because
you have to adjust your parental settings.
Yeah. So
they make sure that kids aren't like seeing it. Because these are like the first ones that are like rated M.
Yeah, you can't, like, kids can't watch all the DC, no, excuse me.
Wow.
Wow, that was blasphemy right there. All the Marvel, like, gritty series that were on Netflix, kids can't watch that, like, at all. Like, none of them can be watched by the kids. So I was like, I actually, like, because my nieces come over, they don't watch Disney Plus at their house, they come and watch it at my house.
Yeah.
And they'll just do whatever. Go on somebody's account and whatever. So I was like, okay, I don't want them to be hitting this by accident and watching any of that stuff. So I'm actually glad that they did it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you want to, like,
at first I thought I got logged out, and I'm like, how did this happen? Sorry, Whitney, go ahead.
Oh, no. That's the only thing I wanted to mention is just I was excited about it because when Netflix took them all off as of March 1st, I was trying to rush through them because I hadn't actually watched all of the seasons of all of the shows.
Yeah.
So I hadn't seen
Daredevil.
I hadn't seen second season of Luke Cage. I hadn't seen the third season of Jessica Jones. I hadn't seen the third season of Daredevil, and I hadn't seen the second season of The Punisher. So I was like really like trying to power through.
The Punisher was boss. You know, I watched because my husband's in there, Ben Barnes. Y'all thought I wouldn't mention him again, y'all.
My mom just got finished watching season 2 of The Punisher because when I talked to her yesterday, last night, she was like, Whitney, because she couldn't get through everything. So
Too much.
it was no, she couldn't get through everything before they took it off of Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Because when they took it off of Netflix, there was still not an announcement of if or when it was coming.
I will say that mess is gory. Like this is like Game of Thrones level gore. There's just blood everywhere in Punisher, but
yeah,
it's a good
but
story.
She was like, "Oh my God, Whitney, season 2 of The Punisher is amazing."
It is. It's very good. A whole different spin. It's a whole different take on the season. So season 1 was like really about establishing, but season 2 went left with it, and you just saw a whole different side to the Punisher. And I liked it so much. Like I did. I watched it on the train ride to my 5-hour train ride from here to New York. So I got to finish it, and it was really good. It was really good.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna start Daredevil though.
Yeah,
I've never seen any of those.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Daredevil's really good, and so is Jessica Jones. I'm just excited to be able to finish the ones that I had. Because I started over because it had been some years before I started watching them again. And I don't know what prompted me to start rewatching them. But, like, right when we started rewatching them and I suggested my mom check them out, is like within a couple weeks of that, they're like, it's coming off. And I'm like, what?
You're like, when are you bringing it back? I know.
But I just wanted to mention that because I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, now you can watch them.
And I'm also excited about that, meaning that that Disney Plus will probably also expand its offerings even more for its content, you know?
Yeah. At least, hopefully, there won't be like Netflix and dangling this whole. We're gonna the whole controversy about the Netflix password sharing thing. And I'm like, Netflix, don't be bums. Like, y'all have a crap load of money. Don't be bums about this because I'm like, some people will click off. You know what I mean?
I mean, some people will, but when you can't say don't be bums.
They already have a lot of money. Like, what do they want?
This is a service, though. This is a business. This is not a free. This
they
is not charity.
Already have like billions of dollars. I'm sure. Like, it's the greed. Like, but they want more money.
I disagree. I think that to make high quality content, like their original stuff is really good, and it takes a lot of money to make that.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's free to make that stuff.
But...
So it takes money to be able to make this stuff, so they gotta charge for it.
They do charge, and they increase their money like all the time.
Yeah, they do.
I remember.
That's
look at it. It costs more. Yeah, Netflix costs more than any of the other ones.
Yeah, it does.
It's like $17 now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a bummer for me.
If they go past 20, I'm gonna be like, you know what? There is plenty of other content on HBO, Hulu, which is under $10.
Happens, then Netflix is gonna become like Paramount Plus for me, like where I subscribe and unsubscribe based off of.
I'm gonna click off Netflix. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not paying no $20 for a streaming
It's like
service.
one of my core ones, but if it gets too expensive, then it's just gonna be ones where I activate it to watch certain things, and then
exactly. I'll be like, we're cutting it. It's gonna be cut off because I'm like, now it's like it's so much. People have so many streaming services to deal with, so it's like we cut the cords because we wanted like better content, but also to save money. And when these things...
But that's the thing, though. We still can save money. It's just, for people like me who subscribe to so many of them, that's when it starts climbing up.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't have to be subscried to all of them.
But my thing is, if you want to watch certain things, it's like you have to. Like now,
you do, but not at the same time. Because like I have a lot of stuff that's at the same time. And for some of them, like Hulu, I keep Hulu as one of my core ones.
Yeah, Hulu's pretty cheap still.
Yeah, Hulu's pretty reasonable.
It's only like $6-something.
But it used to be like a couple years ago, Hulu was one of the ones that I would deactivate and reactivate based off of.
They never had original content.
I mean, it wasn't just about the original content. It was just about like what they had and whether it was something that on there that I really was wanting to see. And since it didn't have things that I was like super, super interested in at that point in time, then it was one of the ones that I would cut off. I think
when they got like certain shows like The Handmaid's Tale that people love so much, and then also when they started having the live TV options, where then you could see mostly people that liked Hulu were people that watched TV but couldn't watch TV when it came on, so they had to watch it another night or another day. Yeah, so then they would just wait, like I would, because I don't have cable. I watch Hulu. I don't want live TV. I just want to watch certain shows. Agreed. So that's what I do.
And I don't need to see it like right when it's on. To be honest, I prefer not to because I don't want to have to watch the commercials.
Hulu has the commercials.
I pay extras to not have to watch commercials.
Really?
Yeah, because Hulu, when Hulu first started out, it was like everything was ad supported, but then like a couple years in or so, I don't know if it was a couple years in, but a couple years into me subscribing to Hulu, or maybe it was like a year in, they had like the option. It's like, oh, if you like, you can upgrade to the no commercials version, and I immediately upgraded. Like,
I know.
I will pay extra to not have to watch.
I used to work for a third-party company, but our client was Hulu, and then people used to complain because they're like, I'm paying for the no ads, but I'm seeing ads, and I'm like, well, some of the stuff has ads on it, and it was like, I was like, well, you guys,
an ad on the no
I don't know. Plan. A lot of people called and complained, and I was like, well, the Hulu, you're lying to your customers because they see ads and they paying for the non-ads, but they're like, certain content has ads, and especially when it came to the TV, especially if it was live TV, they're like, why am I seeing commercials? I'm like, there's nothing they can do about the live TV.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Like, and to me, that's just like a failing of the customer to understand that live TV, they can't do anything about that.
Yeah, so
it's live, so they can't like, unless they want to just show you a black screen for that 3 minutes.
That part I understood, but then the other customers said that they were just trying to watch movies or something, and they're paying for no ads, and they still see ads, and
I've never seen that with my no ads.
Well, I'm glad you didn't, but some of them complained. Well, a lot of them complained. But it's whatever it is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's get into the show.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we decided to watch for our episode today the 355, which is a girl power centered action flick. Yeah. She-Man. No, I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. She-woman.
She-Ra.
Yeah, She-Ra. She-woman. Estrogen-filled. Power packed.
I don't know if we needed to mention estrogen.
Oh, I know, because everyone thinks estrogen is weak, but nah. They had ovaries, man. They had the ovaries to kick some ass in this film. Like, I'm sorry, it was a kick-ass film. It's an action-packed
And they use a Stewieism. Lois, way to wear those ovaries on the outside.
Exactly, okay?
Oh, my gosh, wow.
And so we wanted to talk about that because we wanted to celebrate women just like this month is about history, we wanted to do like a movie that celebrated women. Because I'm telling you, well, let's get into first impressions. My first impression, I really enjoyed it. Actually, I don't know why it got such low reviews from Rotten Tomatoes and all that other stuff, but again, me and Whitney cannot stress enough the importance of you guys take the ratings and the critics and the reviews with a grain of salt. Because when you watch something, you could totally disagree with them. Like now, I totally disagree. I enjoyed the film. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it should deserve some low scores that it has. But it's like an enjoyable film. Mm-hmm. Not every film has to be like Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, not all the films have to be like that. Some films are just fine as it is, enjoyable, and you can leave it at that. And I found this film to be just an enjoyable, action-packed adventure. Like, I was exclaiming and screaming all over the place and just wondering what was going on. And it just took me through the little journey, and I enjoyed it. So, what about you? What was your first impression, Whitney?
I enjoyed it, too. Like, I agree with you. It was just like an enjoyable action movie. It was like a fun romp. Just like you have those different fun romps. There was like
in the ass kicking roles.
Exactly. Like Diane Kruger's character. Sorry, I'm gonna bring stuff up so I can get like character names instead of just using the actress's name. So Marie. Oh my God, she was kick ass.
Yes.
She was such She had no fucks left to give for the entire movie.
She was a kick-ass slick. She was like she's like the big girl guns. She's like, I'm going to use my big girl gun. And at one point, she didn't give a damn. She just came through and blew a tractor through this whole place. And she's like, I'm getting through here. Okay? And I love her spirit. I love her, what's the word, Whitney? Oh, my God.
Je ne sais quoi?
No, it's not that even. She just badassery is all I can say.
Yeah, she was.
She was super badassery. Super.
And she was like probably my favorite badass character until...
Until who?
Until we got to, and oh man, what was her character's name? But yeah, Bing Bing.
I think it was Shay Mi or Shang Mi.
Lin Mi.
Oh, I was totally
Lin Mi
wrong.
Shang.
Oh, I wasn't that off.
You got it. Like Lin Mi
Shang.
So Lin Mi, like... Marie was my favorite badass character, but then when Lin Mi got in there, I was like, "Oh snap!"
She got the stick out, and I was like, "Ooh, Dora Milaje." Even though she was okay. So let's get into what the actual movie is about. It's about 5 spies or agents. One of them wasn't an agent. Let's just call them agents. Yeah, 5 agents from different countries.
Actually, I would say maybe 2 of them weren't agents because
what you mean?
Was Oh no!
Khadija, are you talking about Lupita Nyong'o's character?
I don't know why I couldn't remember that because Khadija's such a
Deej.
Yeah, Deej. So Khadija's character, I feel like she was an agent, but I feel like maybe she wasn't necessarily a spy. I feel like she was more the tech.
Was. You saw how she was doing. She was like that was her specialty. But did you see how she won? She spoke different languages.
But there's a difference
she was
between
stealthy. She got up
spy
in there.
and agent. You can be an agent and not necessarily be a spy. Like an FBI are agents, but they're not spies. I would say CIA is more spies.
Well, I would call her a spy because she was able to fit in the background. Like she did multiple things. She handled herself with the gun. She handled herself with the tech. She handled herself with the language and getting in there and like fitting in and doing some stealthy things, which spies do.
I equate spy with espionage.
That's what she was doing.
I don't know if that's what I would say that she was like the tech part of like the like agent, but I don't know if necessarily she was a spy.
This one I like because you might want to compare this movie to Ocean's 8, which is another girl, but that was more heisty. This one had heist elements, but it wasn't a heist. It wasn't a heist film.
Yeah,
because there was definitely more kick-assery in this one.
The like scene near the kind of near the end, middle to end of the movie when they're like going into the like auction and they're coming up the steps. I'm like, that looks like it was pulled straight out of Ocean's 8. I'm not gonna lie,
but you always have to have one of those kind of scenes, like an auction scene or something. Someone where they dress up and look fiery, but then they show them kicking ass in high heels, and I love that. It's like, oh yeah, I can do this, and I can do it in 4-inch heels too. What? Say something, you know?
And I was just like, I really love the camaraderie in this movie. It was because I love like for
I love that it was international. Like you had a woman of different international. You had like a bunch of women, all different races. Different languages. They all come from different countries.
Agencies.
So you had Diane Kruger, who's German, And she played the German spy.
I forget what they said the German agency is called, though.
BD something. I don't know. I'm
not
gonna lie. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know. And then you have Penelope Cruz, who was actually a psychologist. She was for the Colombian government. So she came in to try and like help the situation. Honestly, she wasn't supposed to be involved. She really wasn't. She was just supposed to get the target out of, bring
to surrender himself.
Mm-hmm. To turn himself in.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it just went awry. You know how something starts off and you just like, it went beyond you? That's what happened to her. She got pulled on the ride, y'all. And
then Mace was part of the CIA.
Mace was part of the CIA, so she was American, the American
and Khadijah
girl.
was MI6.
And that was played by Jessica Chastain.
And then Bing Bing's character, she said the Ministry, but I was never clear on, was there like a Chinese
She was the Chinese,
is that just what theirs is called?
I don't know why it was called the Ministry. But
and that's what I was unclear about, and I really wanted them to like kind of go into that because we watched some of the
I'm not gonna lie, that part disappointed me a little bit because I was hoping because I had always seen this trailer for this film and I wanted to watch it because I was like, oh my god! Plus the people in it, I was like Penelope Cruz. I love Lupita Nyong'o, and I thought it was awesome that she was the British one and she was the only black one. And so she played the British agent, Khadijah. And I had always seen it as it was going to be the five of them doing something together. Ultimately, at the end it was, but you didn't see Bing Bing come in until much later. So most of the film was really the other four.
Not her entrance, but it wasn't exactly her entrance, but it was pretty close to her entrance. Was pretty fire, though.
Yeah, she came in and roasted some dudes.
Yeah.
Like, they were, I'm not going to lie, I just love that they made the girls just do some badassery, but they also made sure that they were still represented as women, mothers, lovers, people that were married. They still talked about those parts of their lives.
The like relationships and stuff, because like when Mace went to try to recruit Khadijah to help her recover the drive, and like Mace meets Khadijah's boyfriend.
She's like, "Oh, who's this?"
And she's like, all right, you're my friend from America. She's like, I am your friend from America. It's like, what happened? It made me wonder that, like, what happened with this relationship, though, or this friendship or whatnot? Like, why, what?
I think it's because she was trying to be out of the field, and then it was like, oh, if you're here, you're trying to bring me back in. Because, remember, the guy was like, I thought you said you were done with this stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that was the point.
And
that
then
was
it's
the issue.
also, like, Nick. Well, that was his name, right? Nick?
Oh, y'all. Let's talk about the.
Before we get into Nick, they're like near the beginning when he was talking when she was like one of the beginning scenes fighting or doing like sparring with some dude, and he was like, "You got to keep him like far away from you." And he's like, "Whoa, just like your relationships." So I wonder if that was a true statement. Like she's kept all of her relationships kind of like
at a distance.
Yeah,
man, he knew it. Sexy beast. Y'all. So Nick was. Can we give it away? Okay, y'all need to go watch the film.
Y'all know that we are always spoiler full, not spoiler free. We are spoiler full.
Okay, yeah. So Nick, played by the sexy Romanian American Winter Soldier.
Sebastian Stan.
Smolder. You know I'm like crazy. But I just love his acting. He's so cute to me. Oh my god, he's so cute. But of course, in the beginning of the movie, you think he's one way, and then you think he's dead for most of the movie, and then he come back around, and you be like, "Oh, you're 2-time in bitch ass." You know what I mean? So unfortunately, he was the baddie. He was one of the baddies. There were so many, actually. But he was like one of the baddies that we cared about. And I was upset because I really loved him. But then it made sense because I was like, how you going to have Sebastian Stan in this movie and he gets killed in the first 10 minutes? That's ridiculous.
I mean,
so it makes sense that he came back.
Before, though.
No. It's like, I was like, okay. In my mind, I was like, I thought he was done. Like, the movie was about her getting revenge, about Mace getting revenge because Mace had a relationship with him. And they were partners, but they had a love-hate relationship. Mostly love. It was mostly love.
I was about to say, it didn't really turn into love-hate until
he turned around and then betrayed some folks, and she's like, oh, so this is who you really are. And then it became love-hate.
Yeah.
But
I would like to talk about, like, one of the scenes that really, I really enjoyed. And it was a long scene. When they're, like, doing the chase.
Oh, yeah. So, you guys, this film was just, I will have to say, this is a pure action film. It's like bam, bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, scene after scene, but they're all very different action sequences, and I
they
like
do
them.
have really
They go
good
all over the
action
globe too.
sequences.
They go to Morocco, Paris. Where else?
But they're like Morocco, Paris, Colombia. I think those were like the main places.
They were in London too.
Very briefly. It wasn't like it was just to recruit Khadijah, but it didn't really take place so much.
Marrakesh. That was Morocco.
Yeah.
Did they go to China, Asia at all?
Shanghai. Yeah.
Yeah, they
were
went to Shanghai.
Okay. Yep. But yeah, so like I love the scene, and this was like in Marrakesh where they're like trying to chase the dude down with the drive, and then there's also like the motorcycle scene and stuff. But like when they finally kind of link up, everyone except for Bing Bing's character, and they're just dropping bodies.
Oh my God, yes, y'all.
Right.
Left and right. Like in Marrakesh in the market square. Oh my God, it was just like left and right. Like, oh, they offed him. Ooh, see how she offed him?
And with a smoothness, too.
Marie, the German one, she was just like, stop. And she was like, stop through the purse. Stop. Oh my God, she had the silencer gun, y'all.
I keep thinking, because she like reminds me of another character who's probably like a male character and then somewhere else, but I can't think
like
of
Angelina Jolie in Salt and stuff or something like that.
Not even quite that. Like someone who's almost like a sociopath, but like the fun sociopath.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm thinking of
like Dexter or something.
No, because he's not quite fun. He's got funny moments because of like who he is, but it's like this just like kind of knife happy and like enjoying it. And I'm trying to think what character that is.
The only person I know that I can come to mind about the knives is the girl from Shadow and Bone. But she didn't really enjoy it. She was just doing it because she had to.
No, that's not who I'm thinking. I don't know.
But somebody that enjoys like knifing people. Like there is. Just don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of from Person of Interest. What was her name? It was Shaw. Shaw was pretty. She was an assassin, and she was also a sociopath. So she was just like really good at it. So, like she just kind of.
Oh my gosh, she was just going.
She enjoyed
off.
it. There was like this line in Person of Interest where I forget what his name is. But he was like, "You're like a hammer," and I forgot what the other main character's name was. He was like, "So and so is a scalpel." He was like, "We need a scalpel in this situation." And then, like, stuff falls apart. And then she's like, and then Shaw's character's like, "It's hammer time."
I would agree. That girl was just, she was like definitely, she gave Mace a run for him because Mace was also like, for the beginning of the movie, they both didn't like each other because one, Marie like ruined her job.
They both ruined each other's.
They both ruined each other's job because they were all there because this particular item that they were trying to get.
Who could be trusted? They didn't know if they were the ones trying to use it for like
this particular item they're trying to get is so like it's so new and it's so crazy that it could destroy the world. So everybody like all the world spies are like they were all converging in different spots because they were all trying to get this thing. And I was like, how do they all find out so quickly? You know what I mean? But that's the nature of intelligence. That's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
But yeah, and then you had all the, the underbelly lords, also trying to do stuff. And I was so mad because it kind of showed that, I like what Penelope said at the end of the movie where she's like, all of our governments are corrupt because all of them ended up working for an agency, but then because of the nature of what happens in the film, they all have been like outed because of the liberties they took to catch and destroy this item, this drive.
It wasn't even liberty. It was just the fact that they worked together. I
don't think that's it. I just think that's because they were all like in trouble with their respective agencies, so they like all had to be on the run or something like that, and they were like accused of turning on certain people or turning on their governments and stuff. And so she was like, all their governments are corrupt. That's what she was saying. And I was like, I understand her. But then you see Nick was saying like, you're on the wrong side of this. He's like, don't you see? It's all like this. Like they thought that they had to go the underbelly way, to make anything, to get anything. And I don't know why. I didn't like his thinking of that, but I understand because that's like the way of the world. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I like that little part that they kind of talked about it. But the girls were like, nah, we coming up in here and we're going to do what's right. Mm-hmm. And I love the way they got Nick in the end. It was so amazing because Nick was foul. He played dirty and like he lost a lot of their family and loved ones.
Yes. Oh my God. That was so crazy. Like a lot, like at least two of them only had really one Well, we don't know about Khadijah. That she had her boyfriend, but she might have had friends and stuff.
Yeah, but they knew that one would matter the most. And I was so mad that they killed him.
But you knew that Marie only had really one person, and they killed him. And I was like, oh, snap. And then Mace, she was like,
she didn't have anybody because she kept, and I was like, it would have been you. Like, honestly, it would have been him.
It would have been Nick. Yeah.
Man,
it was just like, it was kind of sad.
Glad they
I was
didn't
like,
kill
dude,
the one who had the most. Yeah, but the one who had the most to lose was Penelope because she had a whole family. She had babies, y'all. Don't mess with her mother and her babies. And I actually like that Penelope character. Gracielle, I think. What, Gracielle?
Yeah, but they always called her Gracie, I think. I
like that they showed that, here's a regular woman. She's like, hey, I'm not a spy. I don't fight. I don't do all this stuff. I love that was her role in the film because she was just like,
she was still an agent, though.
Yeah, but it was like that wasn't all this espionage, the fighting, and blowing people off.
Right.
It was not her thing, and she was like trying to go home the whole time. And I like that she kept it real. She's like, I'm a mother, and I want to be at home with my babies. Okay, I want to be at home with my husband. I don't want all this smoke. Right.
And then she was like, when you threatened my baby, she was like, oh no, I'm coming for you.
Yes, and that's when I love that. When the Mama Bear came out and she was like, oh, it's on. And she gave that, she didn't end up killing him, but she did give that really good blow to save Mace's life from Nick. Because I think Nick was going to shoot her. Even though he loved her, he was going to shoot Mace. You know what I mean? So I like that. And man, Sebastian Stan.
I was so mad when he was sitting pretty at the end and had a promotion. I was like, you son of a gun.
That's what I'm saying. He was doing wrong, bidding for the drive underneath it all and trying to get it for one of his little underlords, and he still got that's like, really? That's men for you. You know what I mean? That's why I love the women had to come from the back and put him down. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed that part and the way they did it.
And I enjoyed the way that they were like worked together.
Yeah, and he killed Bing Bing's dad too.
Dude,
I was mad right in her face, and he was there in the room. I was like, Nick, I was like, Winter Soldier's coming out a little too much. He wasn't Winter Soldier in this one, y'all, but
they were like were like true like spies or agents or whatnot, because
they were all experts in their field.
Did not crack even when like their loved ones were under, because they're like, so many people could die.
They cried and stuff. They cried.
They were broken, but like they're like, no,
they didn't like
and
break
then like
up
Marie's father figure, but since he was like part of her agency, he was like, no, don't do it, because so many people will die if you do. And so they shot him. But the only time they did break was when Gracie's family were about to be shot, because she was the only one who had babies. Like she had babies and children. They're like, no, we're not going to let you
lose your children for this. Yeah. And I really was glad they did that, because it was really, once they got them and they thought they were safe. But I was like, no, this is sitting too pretty. I'm not gonna lie. Once all the girls got together, all 5 of them, and I was like, and you find out that they gave him the wrong drive at the auction. I was just like, nah, this is not going to be how it's going down. Something is going to happen. And lo and behold, the thing that made me scared the most, the way they just bum rushed in there, because they were all so quiet and still. And you just think this is a moment for them to breathe. And then they just like, I'm like, dang, you don't get a chance to chill. I would have been
screaming like a little girl. Like when the dude like just jumped through the window and it was like, I was like, ah!
Exactly, we both did that. I was a louder one because I was like, oh my God. Because I was not expecting that. And I'm like, damn, they got him. And then that's when all the trouble happened. And I was like, oh, Lord. But they had explosions, like gunfire. They had the heavy guns, y'all. And what I like about this film is that it showed, because all the women are like experts in their field, and they could all have egos. And in the beginning, Mace and Marie didn't really like agree. They were like pissed off with each other because she couldn't catch Mace. Mace couldn't catch Marie. And then she's like, not this girl again. And they actually like fought really bad in the second like action sequence on the on the carrier.
I mean, the first one, too.
The first one was bad, but they didn't, like, fight. She was chasing her. So, and she got away. Marie got away. But then the second one, she was like, oh, I'm going to get this chick this time at the fish market. And then they went to the dock. She was like, I'm going to get this chick. So they had a real
Oh, man, the dock brawl. Just makes me think about that scene. That's one of the parts that sticks out to me most about the dock scene. When she made that
they
jump.
Were both like.
It was like, oh, I was like, oh.
Yeah. You guys know, like, you've seen the bloopers. Like, when someone, like, really hurts themselves. You're just like,
it just looked like it hurt so bad.
And her face. And to find out, because we ended up watching, we got Redbox to watch this, y'all. So this is not streaming anywhere. Well, yeah, no, it is streaming on Peacock. But you can only
buy it. You can't rent it.
Even on Peacock? Well, Peacock said premium.
Okay.
Peacock said you have to have premium, like a premium subscription.
Okay.
So you do have to have a premium subscription to watch that one. But other than that, you got to buy it or rent it.
Well, no, you can't rent it.
Okay, you got to buy online, but you can rent at Redbox. Y'all.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Well, $2.99. That's it. Anyway, but what was I saying? I like that the girls work together at the end of the day. You know, and I really enjoyed that it showed women coming together, trying to save the world, trying to do what is right, trying to do what's good.
Right now.
And they got the guy at the end in the most slick underbelly way. You know what I mean? That only a woman can do that. You'd be like, yeah.
I like pay attention. Because I was like, how's she going to do it? She was like, did she just make it look like she drank this thing and she didn't actually take a sip? But then he was like, oh, you did the ice. And I was like, oh, that's so smart. Because
I was like, smart. I was like, you can't get poison into him because I was like, she drank the drink too.
Mm.
So
that was really smart.
She came up in there looking all sexy too. She had her high heels on, sleek black skirt, everything. I was like, okay, Mace, what you trying to do? Get Bay back? But she's like, oh no, he's just gonna make sure this is the last thing he see of me looking hot before I take his ass in. Well, I guess they sent him off somewhere to like rot for his actions because he deserves it.
And that's the only thing that like that kind of.
What did you not like?
It wasn't exactly that I didn't like it. I just wish I think it could have been better. And we haven't gotten to the ratings yet, but this is the reason why I wouldn't bump it up higher, is just the ending. I kind of wanted, I was like, so y'all just disbanding? Y'all have been, essentially, burned by each of your agencies, and y'all just decided, we're just going to go our separate ways.
Well, they have all respective lives in different countries, you know?
They
do. They can't stay together.
But they're, they've been, each of them have essentially been burned by their agencies. They're on the run. So that's why I was like, I wanted... I guess a little bit more into that. What are you guys gonna do?
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted more of Bing Bing and her integration in the film. That's the only thing. I was like, can we have more of her?
I know. I loved her character. She was such a badass.
Yes, and then the fact that one of the things she did that was so amazing, y'all, was that she had the foresight to think, let me wear my glasses that have a camera on it while they take me in, because they took her as collateral because they didn't believe that she had the right
sure that they had the right drive this time instead of the swap.
And the whole time she had her glasses on and she knew what to do, and then
she was looking out the window so they could see where she was going.
Exactly. So she's like, I know these chicks. They're gonna do it. They're gonna know. And she's like, oh, we're in. And I was like, there you go. I keep calling her Bing Bing because that's the name of the actress.
It's easier for me to remember that name than her character's name.
Her character's name is Lay Me. Okay, and I was like, there you go, Lay Me. You do that, you know, because she was like, oh no, he killed my father. I'm getting him. So
but she was just so smart. She was so clever.
And then she broke out into Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon with that pole. I was like, yeah.
She was a badass.
They all were, though.
They really were.
Even Penelope in her own way. I like her little seductress part they had in the middle where she able to find. Yeah, that was cool.
She was good. She was clever. When she dropped the purse to the front and then went to pick it up. I was like,
so they all had their little thing.
And she was always really clever about stuff. They were like, not right now. Not right now,
they were like,
Gracie.
No.
And she was like, I have something to say. She was like, why do you need to be in the open? And they're like, oh, and then they just, I was like, oh, y'all should listen to Gracie more often.
Exactly right. She it was the perfect cover, being in the open. It was the perfect cover for them to. They were like, we'll be too exposed, and it was the perfect way to grab the thing off the guy. It was great. I loved it. And then they all wore the hijab scarf, so he could not tell who touched him or who grabbed anything from him. It was a perfect way to grab that.
It was perfect. It was so clever.
And then, our girl was popping off when they took the guy in for custody to I guess interrogate him, and he wasn't cooperating. She just screw this, bop. She just shot him in the leg.
Oh yeah.
Marie was like, we're done.
For the entirety of the movie, Marie no F's to give.
She was the most. I don't know if because she's German.
She was doing the most.
She was doing the most. She was, but let's talk about what the 355. So apparently the 355 was a real thing. It was basically about what they call female spies during the Revolutionary War.
Was it female spies or was it one female spy?
Maybe it was one.
I think he said it was a particular female spy.
Mm-hmm. And they just called her. You're right. They just called her 355. And that's why they named. And I was wondering when it was going to come up.
I was
so they
too.
put
I was
it at
like,
the very end, which I was like,
their agency? And then when they explained, I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah. So to me, I'm like, they kind of set it up where they could do a sequel. They could.
I would actually like to see a sequel.
I would like to see a sequel.
Speaking of, this is a little off topic. I would like a sequel to Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8 was good too.
It was.
Ocean's 8 was really nice.
I mean, they did like 3 or 4 Ocean's 11 movies. I want an Ocean's 8
Although I
sequel.
would like recasting of Rihanna's role to somebody else who can act. Thank you.
I thought she was fine in her role.
No, her acting was not that great.
Well, she didn't have a whole lot of acting, I felt like.
And I felt like that was an executive decision based on the skills that she had in the first place.
Well, she did
her voice doesn't inflect for acting, and I was just like, I've heard even the one movie she was on, Pacific Rim or something, I heard she was terrible in that too.
Ooh, okay.
The only film that they liked her in was that one called Home, where she did voice acting.
Oh,
she played the little girl.
I actually haven't seen that.
I never watched Home either, but kids love it. I just never watched it.
Okay.
But she's just not.
But yes.
I love you, Riri, but no.
Can anybody find me?
Another actress.
A sequel to Ocean's 8.
With Sandy in it. I just love a good heist. Like, I don't know why, but I enjoy immensely heist films. Like, I love heist storylines. Mm-hmm. Like, this person's doing this person that. There's all the people, their specialties. Because it's just like human beings. Like, we all have our good things, and then they're all, like, working it out and trying to do this and catch this. I love it so much. It's like, I also love a good mystery, but I love a good heist film.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just simple. You're just watching them try and pull it off. Can they pull this off? And that's it. You don't have to be like deep with it. It's just enjoy it, you know.
It's really fun.
I enjoyed this film. It was a nice watch. Like, honestly,
it was. I
could watch it again too. Don't need to, but I could watch it again.
It was fun. It was a fun movie.
I haven't wanted to watch I was like, I want my sister to watch this movie. Like my mom and my sister. I was like, they would enjoy this film.
Okay. So, you want anything else, or you want to go ahead to the rating?
I think we've said all we can say about the film.
Okay.
I would recommend you guys going and watching. I don't listen to the Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, yeah,
score.
Definitely. It's something to check out. I mean, if you want to wait until it's available on something, more accessible for streaming, go ahead. But like when it is, definitely check it out, you guys. Because, or if you've got, you said Peacock Premium?
Yeah, Peacock Premium subscription.
So if you got Peacock Premium, then, you're set. Check it out.
Watch it, y'all. Otherwise, go to your nearest Redbox, because ain't no Blockbuster around no more.
That's right.
Wow, I just aged myself talking about Blockbuster. Anyone born after 1998 is going to be like, what's Blockbuster?
All right, Bola, what rating would you give it?
I'm going to give this one a solid 7 glasses. Yep. It was a solid movie.
Yeah. And you know what? This time, we're going to have the same rating. I just said, 7 glasses from me as well. Mm-hmm.
It was a good action film. I'm sorry. I enjoyed it.
It was.
And I like that. It
could have been bumped up higher if the ending was a little bit more... I mean, it was fine, but if the ending felt more satisfying to me, I would have given it a little bit higher.
I can understand that, because you're just like, oh, y'all are just disbanding, and I mean, but to me, that's like, I get the ending, so I'm cool with it.
I get it, but I still think it could have been done more effectively.
I like that they got Nick at the end, because he was
for example, like Ocean's 8, loved the ending.
Yeah, the ending of that.
It's like they could still come together for another sequel, but like the ending, I was like satisfied with it. I was like, okay, this is satisfying to me. I wasn't quite so satisfied
with how it ended.
Yeah,
with just her disappearing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was cool when she disappeared. That particular part was cool, but the way they disbanded, I felt like it wasn't quite as satisfying. I felt like it could have been a little bit better, done a little better.
Well,
I don't know how, but it's just something about it wasn't as satisfying to me.
Okay, I can get that. So we got a solid 7 glasses for this movie. Hey, pew, pew, pew. And I just want to say, I just think to wrap up, because this is our second episode for the month, and just to support women, let us work together continuously. Let us support ourselves, each other. I just think we just need more of that. So that is why we watched this film. That's why we talking about it. And again, I mentioned the sauces that I got from a women-owned business. I just think women supporting women, I mean,
and
it's just
speaking
amazing.
of, before the episode today, we went back to Mobile Yum Yum.
Yes, we did. Women supporting women that way. Yes,
we talked about before, but it's always
check
good,
our Instagram, guys. Our video will be posted there.
Delish.
Yep. Definitely.
And it was a very nice day. It was like nice weather today. It was very windy, but like temperature wise, very
beautiful.
Nice.
Everybody was outside in the park.
Yes,
everybody and their mama and their dog and their grilling and everything.
Yes.
It was a perfect day. She even ran out of. We got the last 2 Yum Yums, y'all.
We were just in the nick of time.
I wanted the dude behind us to get one, but I was like, nah, man, I'm getting these last 2. I don't know about you.
Yes.
And he was like, okay, because we were talking it up, but then he wasn't going to be able to try one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad we didn't do that because I was hungry and it was good.
So good. So good. But yeah. All
right, y'all. So that is it from us. So y'all have an awesome rest of the month. And girl power.
Girl power.
Spice up your life.
People of the world.
Spice up your life.
Every boy and every girl.
Spice up your life.
People of the world.
Spice up your life.
Slam it to the left if you have
I was actually thinking we should end on that.
Right. Okay, sorry. All right.
Bye, everybody. Blur it out always, guys.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Please subscribe to our show on whatever podcast listening app you use and share the show with other Blerds and non-Blerds family and friends. And if you like our episode, please rate and review us on iTunes.
The intro and outro music is Twilight by Caption. You can find them on SoundCloud, username Caption, spelled CAPSHUN. The show notes are by Bola, Hanson, and the audio engineering is by Whitney Booker.
And you can contact us by email at blerdtalkbw@gmail.com. And also, don't forget to get social, you guys. You can find us on our social media at Instagram and Twitter, with our @handle being @blerdtalkbw. And we've got our individual things going on too, y'all. So you can find me, your Blerd Fashionista, on Instagram and Twitter at BolaStoryB. That's B with 2 E's like the insect. And I've got my own personal YouTube channel, just Bola Sade. That's BOLASHADE. D as in dog, E as in elephant.
And this is Whitney. You can find me at my company, Luminavi Studios. The email address is wit@luminavi.com. That's WHIT@LUMENAVI.com. You can also find me on Twitter at Luminavi Studios.